Hello everybody, this is Yuri and welcome back to another video about low effort content. Today we're going to be watching the Nintendo Direct that was supposed to come out last week, but it got delayed due to the whole, I think it was, earthquakes. I'm trying to remember because they also had a typhoon like days before the whole earthquake situation, which, goodness gracious, I've been worried about a lot of associates and friends that are over there currently, and they're fine. Everything's good now. But yeah, and especially for people here in the States with that hurricane that was tearing through, or it probably still is currently. Probably not when this goes up though. But yeah, the whole hurricane thing. Hope anybody that got affected is doing okay. You know, being safe. I legitimately worry about all this type of things that end up happening, but now it's not the time to worry. Now it's the time for happy moments because we're gonna get probably another Smash character. that's my first guess, I guess you can say. I don't know. I don't really have a general. I don't really generally guess about what ends up coming in a direct because I feel if you have expectations going into something, then you're just going to be disappointed if it doesn't meet them. I just would say if the only expectation I have is that games are shown, fun games are shown and, look good. So if you meet that, then you're good in my eyes. You can watch the E3 reactions if you want a sampling of that, because it's pretty much every game it's yeah, this looks interesting, this looks cool, this looks interesting. Even my dumb indie thing where I was quietly appreciating indies. But yeah, I don't really know what else I can really say, but yeah, we're just gonna cut ahead to we're not. We're actually the thing starting. Rated pending to mature. Oh boy. I wonder if that means Bayonetta's gonna be here, or we're just gonna get more third-party stuff. Okay, right off the bat, no talking. I assume this is gonna be. Oh, we're getting another Luigi's Mansion. What's the pizza box that said since 1993? Huh. It's taken after Dark Moon, and that's not a mansion. That's like the Tower of Babel. Or Tartarus.
Hello, everyone.
But yeah, so it's taking off of Dark Moon's gameplay. Well, people who didn't like Dark Moon are going to be probably bummed out, but I thought Dark Moon was pretty fun. I can understand the want for more portrait ghosts, yeah, and all that creativity and stuff. But yeah, I'm fine with that being a one-time daily, and then the other things is just dealing with stuff in mansions. Not every mansion's gonna be haunted by specific spirits, and we're getting another Kirby game? Oh! Huh, I've never actually played Epic Yarn.
In Patchland, practically everything, from enemies to obstacles to
though I do appreciate how amazing all of this looks. I wonder, I legitimately do want to know how others feel about how most of the games that are coming out for 3DS now are either minigame collections or ports. Because besides Etrian Odyssey Nexus and Persona Q2, there's not any original 3DS game that's coming out at any point, and then from now till next year, at least that we know of currently. Because yeah, I think the Dylan game already came out. Yeah, and then there's Bowser's Inside Story.
The Mushroom Kingdom has a bad case of the Blorbs, and the only ones who can save it are Mario, Luigi, and Bowser?
God, I love how everything looks in this art style.
Bowser's inside story.
I know there's a lot of people that don't really like the sprite style of Dream Team, but I think it looks really good.
Now you can go on Bowser Jr.'s journey.
Everything has a lot more like shading to it. It makes it look real good.
Sets off to find his own remedy for the Blorbs, but thanks to his signature selfishness, he ends up causing more problems than he cures. Better gather some allies and build up your.
I don't know if anybody actually played the Superstar remake, but the Bowser's Minions section in that game was pretty good.
Is Bowser Jr. destined for glorious kingship like
and considering it's pretty much the same vein, pretty sure it's going to be just as good.
Bowser Jr.'s Journey releases on Nintendo 3DS January 11th. Hunt Ghosts with Luigi.
More Luigi's Mansion and a second player.
For the new game on Nintendo Switch, don't forget that the original Luigi's Mansion is coming to Nintendo 3DS. That comedically spooky vibe that fans remember.
I see those gyro controls.
The new two-player mode making its debut in the Nintendo 3DS
okay.
version.
You could be Slimer Luigi.
Another player each own the game. One of you can play as this even greener guy as you explore the mansion together. Or, if only one of you has the game, you can still play boss battles together in the gallery using Download Play on your Nintendo 3DS systems.
I'm surprised that Download Play still gets used.
Select amiibo figures to surprising results, like revealing hidden boos, or healing Luigi when he talks to Toad.
Huh.
Each of the 4 compatible amiibo has a different effect.
You could just be woken up,
Luigi's Mansion
get an extra life.
Nintendo 3DS on October 12th, just in time for Halloween.
Goodness. I remember. Oh, more Yokai Watch. Give me Yokai Watch.
Whether your allegiance is with the Red Cat.
But yeah, this is the one that's like an action RPG. It's a giant reference to like I think it's Ghostbusters.
Soon after launch, you'll have another way to squad up. You won't want to miss the free software update on September 27th, which adds the Moon Rabbit Crew version to the title screen.
I dig that stock sound effect.
New bonuses for linking save data between Red Cat Corps and White Dog Squad, as well as new missions, new areas to explore.
I wonder if people are gonna like this one more since it's not like how Yokai Watch normally plays. I also wonder if anybody's even going to play this.
And if you don't, now's the perfect time to become a fan. Yokai Watch Blasters is out now. And don't forget about the Moon Rabbit Crew update. That's all the headlines for Nintendo 3DS.
5 games, was it? Yeah, that's fine. Or was it 4?
Well,
yeah.
From here, let's focus on Nintendo Switch titles. Please take a look.
I like that 3DS is subjugated yet. Oh, version 4 of Splatoon 2. That's what Nintendo looks like in the squid language? Why is all the music in this game just phenomenal? It sounds more like an anime opening. Looks to be about like more maps to play on and new modes. And of course more gear and stuff. Would anybody watch a Splatoon anime? That's a biggin'. I legitimately asked the question because it's like, would anybody even care enough to watch a Splatoon anime? And even more so, would they want to watch it if it was based off of just the game and that story? Or the manga? Which, if none of you have read the manga, it's pretty interesting. They go quite some places with that manga. Visit the Squid Research Lab, otherwise known as the Tumblr.
Everyone's favorite blue robot makes his triumphant return in
Ah,
Mega
boy,
Man
Mighty
11.
Number 9 too.
Marking the 30th anniversary of the iconic series, this brand new game is
Real-
giving us greatness on Nintendo
Real talk.
Switch. Jump,
People are
slide,
gonna hate me for this.
and shoot through
I
each
think
of the
Mighty Number
colorful
9 is a pretty
challenging
fun game.
stages and try to take down a gallery
But I can
of deadly
understand if you're
bosses like the
if you were
formidable
disappointed
Bounce
with the final
Man. In
product.
timeless fashion, you must defeat
I'm
the
not saying
three
anybody
robot
doesn't need
masters
to be
and
like
keep each of
doesn't
their special
you know
weapons.
or can't be
Technological
disappointed about it.
miracle of the new Double
But
Gear
I'm just
system
saying, as
makes
somebody
for a
who's
fresh
barely
take
played
on
Mega
the
Man
series' satisfying platforming
and
action.
wanted to play Mighty Number
So
9 just
fast,
because it looked like a
it's
fun
hard to run
platformer,
around you.
I was entertained.
Temporarily enhance your weapons and show them who the real boss is when you need to.
I
most.
at some point
Mega Man
need to
11
play
also
through
supports
like
the Mega Man amiibo figures.
any
Tap
of
one
the
each
Mega
day
Man
to
games
receive
though.
E-tanks and other useful in-game items. Mega Man 11 will be ready to
Okay,
rock
I need to
October 2nd.
specify. I need to play any of the Mega Man games that aren't RPGs. Because those
Mario
are the
Tennis
only ones
Aces,
that I've really
further
played.
refined in new update.
Oh boy, the
Some
tennis
popular
fighting
characters
game's
are
getting an
joining the
update.
roster. The adorable all-around ace, Birdo. The sharpshooting specialist, Shy Guy.
Make your mask fall off again!
The proud high flyer, Koopa Paratroopa. And the big boss with no racket, Petey Piranha. These Mushroom Kingdom greats can be acquired by playing online. And we'll keep adding more until next June.
Next June.
There will even be a new mode called Co-op Challenge. It'll let you participate in online co-op missions that are only available for a limited time. Complete the
That's pretty
objective while
cool.
these missions are active, and you'll receive special outfits, characters with alternate color schemes, and more. We'll continue serving up new content for the game in the future.
What? What's that?
The version 2 update for Mario Tennis Aces will be available September 19th. These arcade classics are back in action.
No.
Back in the day, Capcom lit up the arcades.
The
with some
beat 'em up
classic
bundle.
beat 'em up action games. And
I
guess
was
what?
just about to go.
Those
It's say,
days are
is
back.
Night Sith around here? And it is.
The King of
Okay.
Dragons,
I need to point out. That's what I do need to point out someday. When I was looking up stuff about Knights of the Round,
Warriors of Fate,
I found out
making a
about
comeback.
the King of
And so are these
Dragons,
first-time
as it's
home
called.
console releases.
And,
Armored Warriors and Battle Circuit are
Yeah, it's
joining
gonna
the
be a
fight
while till I
for
do a
a total of
video
7
on it, but
games. If you each have a Joy-Con controller, up to
I
4
do need to
players can beat 'em up
specify
together.
about that game.
Aspiring Bash Buddies can even take the fight online this time.
Interesting.
Pretty soon, you'll be able to play with other Capcom fans from around the world. Because Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle will be ready for action on Nintendo eShop September 18th.
It's an eShop exclusive.
New Super Mario Bros. U is
fair.
getting the deluxe treatment. Which means
Why?
it's time to take down Bowser and his Koopaling invasion. in the
I have no
giant
problem with
side
these
scroller
games,
headed
but
to
I,
Nintendo
like,
Switch. Mario,
It's
Luigi,
called New
Toad
Super
Hawk,
Mario
and
Brothers
last but not
U.
enough, Nabbit and Toadette are joining in the fun as well. Nabbit doesn't take damage from enemies, which can really come in handy. And if Toadette powers up with a Super Crown, ta-da! She transforms into Peachette. Peachette can double jump,
Who?
slowly turn free fall, and get a boost back up if she falls into a pit.
What's the lore on this character?
Is getting the deluxe treatment too, and comes free of charge. A single Joy-Con controller is all a player needs, and up to 4 players can join in together anytime.
That's a
anywhere.
nice one. I like the Mario Brothers stage.
New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. comes down the pipe
Okay, that's a
January
good
11th.
logo. Alright. Fair.
Nintendo
Oh
Switch is
my
ready to
god.
roll. Are you?
Okay. I haven't talked about this series yet, but I need to stress how much I love Katamari.
It can only be Katamari Damacy, remastered in HD. That naughty king of
Oh, it's
all
just the
cardinals has
original
made a mess,
PS2.
as he does. And now you better take control of the prince here and roll. Just roll and roll.
That's fine.
All over the place and all over stuff.
I would have liked a
Until the
new
rapidly
entry
growing
because the
mass
last
towers
one was
of the
on
buildings.
Vita and it was
The
pretty
clump
short.
where Katamari you roll will shine on
I liked
as a beautiful
Katamari
star
forever
in the
though.
sky.
It was real good.
On Nintendo Switch, you can enjoy the game's new gyro controls, HD Rumble, and even multiplayer battles by each using a Joy-Con controller.
I wonder if the gyro can make
Forward
some
so you
people
reach the
actually like
stars anytime,
get used to
anywhere.
how Katamari
Katamari
plays a
will
bit
launch
better.
Winter 2018.
Because Katamari is kind of weird to play
Next,
for some people.
we have some more news for you. We've announced some details about Nintendo's new service called Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, biggity
including
biggity
launch
boy.
date. You won't have to wait long. The service will begin September 18th.
Is everybody ready to pay $20 a year to use
To
online?
show you what's offered with your Nintendo Switch Online membership. So please take a look.
More
I mean, I
games,
wouldn't.
more features, more
I'm.
fun.
I personally just don't really do the whole membership thing, or like subscription-based stuff.
Allow
So
us to introduce 5 features included with your membership.
that's really the only thing that's like.
Of course, you can play compatible games together
I
online.
like how they got the renders from like that that parenting
Against players the world over.
thing they did.
Or team up for some great co-op action. There are so many ways to have fun. A variety of games are supported. So find your favorites and take them online.
From what I hear, it's like the games that are online only, like the games that are also free and stuff, like Fortnite, Paladins and stuff. You don't
You
need
can even play classic
the
NES
online to
games
play that.
anytime, anywhere on
Oh
Nintendo
God.
Switch. Get lost
How
in the
does
game
Ghost and
world,
Goblins
whether
play
you're the boss
online?
or the little monster. For multiplayer games, each player can grab a Joy-Con controller. So both of you can share in the fun. NES games can also be played online.
Bowser's a
As they
good
say,
father.
Playing together long distance makes the heart grow fonder. Look forward to a growing library of NES games.
So the problem is that it's just like a lot of people don't know what these games are even at all.
Luigi knows that no matter how careful you try to be, something unexpected can happen. Accidents can cause your precious save data to disappear. But help is on the way. With Nintendo Switch Online,
I mean, mine's
game
still
save
right here.
data is automatically backed up in the cloud, even if your console breaks.
Unfortunately,
Your
not
save
being
data will be
touched
safe
that
from
often
harm.
because I'm busy playing old stuff to make videos about.
Nintendo Switch Online also connects with a smartphone.
It's the weirdest problem to have.
With this app, you can voice chat with friends while playing certain games. Backseat players can also join in the conversation. That way everyone's having fun.
I appreciate it. But I feel like most people would actually still like to play with like headsets and stuff. I mean, I don't
The
because
service even
I'm
has the ability to enhance
So,
certain
Modern
games
Warfare
by
2 pretty
connecting
much
with
ruined
friends,
any
like
experience
Splatnet 2.
with online games with me.
Members will
So
also
it's like,
receive
yeah, no.
special offers.
Sorry.
Are they? We'll have more to announce in the future.
Not too big on having children scream about how they want to fornicate with my family.
More fun. Nintendo Switch Online. The service begins September 18th.
Yeah,
Think
that's
about
interesting.
which plan is right for you. If your family has 2 or more accounts, you can save some money with the family membership.
I can almost just I can almost
One more
see
thing we'd like to introduce.
the whole thing about Bowser just
This
thinking.
Nintendo Entertainment System style controller works with NES games on Nintendo Switch. This
Ooh.
one here is the left NES controller, and this is the right NES controller. We
They're
created
just
them so
NES
you can play
controllers.
NES games like the ones you saw in the video, just like old school gamers did back in the day. Please enjoy them with Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch Online.
I appreciate the River City Ransom though.
These controllers wirelessly connect with Nintendo Switch, and you can charge them by simply attaching them to the console.
Yeah, okay.
We hope
It
you'll
looks
enjoy
just
one
as
of these
weird as I thought it
controllers
was
to
going
play
to.
this growing library of classic NES games. For more details about
Because they're
Nintendo
bigger
Switch
than the
Online,
Switch, they're wider than the Switch itself. So I was just like, how much of that's gonna be poking out?
some more Nintendo
Pretty
Switch
much,
titles.
pretty much the ends of it. Yeah, I thought so.
Your partner Pokemon is amazing.
Is it now?
Get ready to set off on a Kanto region adventure with your very own partner Pokemon in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, Jesse and
Today,
James are
we
in.
want to share a couple things that you and your partner can enjoy in the upcoming game. During your adventure,
I mean, this is
you'll
supposed to be
occasionally
yellow.
come across obstacles blocking your path. When you do, you can rely on a secret technique to get past them.
The
Secret
secretest
techniques are
technique.
special skills that only your partner Pikachu or Eevee can use in the wild. Use them to chop down trees that stand in your way. Travel
So they
across
brought
water,
back HM Oops, but they just gave it a different name.
Furthermore, only your partner Pikachu or Eevee can learn certain powerful moves for use in battle. Plus, if you pet your partner while
And you
your
will not be
Nintendo
able to
Switch
trade
is
these
in air mode,
Pokemon
you can
outside
change
of this
your
game.
partner's hairstyle, depending on how you use the touchscreen to pet it. Pokemon Let's Go
Hold on,
Pikachu
Pikachu
and
has
Pokemon
hair?
Let's Go Eevee will launch on November 16th.
I understand he's a
alongside
mouse.
the Pokeball Plus accessories.
He doesn't look like he has like fur or hair of
Two
any
new
kind though.
bundles that will include a Nintendo Switch
Say,
system with
Eevee
Pikachu
looks
and
exactly
Eevee
like it
style
has
Joy-Con
fur.
controllers.
Pikachu doesn't.
One of these two Pokemon adventures.
It's just weird looking to me
Pokeball
though.
Plus accessory. The gates to the Burning Hells will open on Nintendo Switch. Of course, we're talking about Diablo 3, the dark fantasy adventure that may just consume your life both inside and outside the game world. From the high heavens to the Burning Hells.
I don't know how I feel about that statement. It'll consume your life. It's like,
For loot,
yeah,
bounties, and rifts to
that's the
randomize
problem.
dungeons with even greater spoils. Play as a
I don't know
Demon
if it
Hunter,
was Diablo, but I
Barbarian,
remember hearing
Crusader,
stuff about like people in
Necromancer,
cafes
Witch Doctor,
and like
or wizard.
Korea and
Hook
stuff,
up
like
with
playing a
three
game
friends
for
online,
hours without
offline
taking
via
a break and then
local
just
co-op,
collapsing
or on a
because
single
they go into
console
like
couch
cardiac
co-op
arrest
style.
or something. It's like,
You can even suit
oh,
up in this Nintendo Switch exclusive transmog armor.
now people have that on their
Amiibo
people
and
have that on the go.
All amiibo figures are compatible, allowing you to summon a group of challenging enemies overflowing with sparkling goodies. Diablo 3
So
Eternal
you can
Collection
use
invades
Amiibo to
Nintendo
just make
Switch on
enemies
November
appear
2nd.
that will kick your derriere, but if you could beat them, then you're pretty much
We're making
just
this party
winning
super.
the rest of the game.
We
Fair
changed
enough.
up the Mario Party series with new types of gameplay on Nintendo Switch. Shake the Joy-Con controller and get your body grooving in Soundstage.
Mm-hmm.
Or dive into the series' first 4-player co-op mode, River Survival.
Wow.
Bet you've never played anything like Toad's Rec Room, which cleverly connects
I'm glad
two
they're doing a lot of
systems.
co-op stuff because I feel like you don't really see co-op
Of course,
nowadays.
the 4-player board game mode that fans love is back and full of new features. By rolling character-specific dice blocks with alternate numberings, you can make a game-changing comeback.
You got a star.
Every last minigame is brand new.
Oh, Monty
all
Mo's
80 of
playable.
them. For a party of one, check out the new single
There's a
player modes.
minigame where you
can
throw
play
pies
through a
at
series
people.
Of minigames to complete specific tasks on Challenge Road. Compete against players
What's a
from
Challenge
around
Road?
the
That's
world
basically the,
in online Mario-thon minigame mode and more.
It's mainly like the minigame island thing in
Festivities begin
Mario Party: The
when
Top
Super
100.
Mario Party launches October 5th.
minigame island.
A new story in a village with a secret to hide.
Is
Game Freak presents a brand new RPG.
Okay.
The story is set in a small village under the protection
thought it
of a great
the
castle.
way it
The
looked.
settlement enjoyed lasting peace.
This is generally how this looked
Until
made
the
me
sudden
think of
appearance
Dokapon.
of monsters. Indeed, the entire story takes place in this one single village.
Like it looks
Take
so
on
much like
against invading
Dokapon.
monsters and strategically select from a variety of battle commands.
Holy crap!
When
Game
the
Freak's
situation
actually
calls for it,
doing
enlist the aid of fellow
something
villagers to surmount powerful threats.
odd again.
What secret does the village harbor?
I think the last one they
Find
did
out
was
when
Giga
Toad
Wrecker
releases in
on
2019.
Steam, and then Tempo the Badass Elephant on PS4.
Develop a city anytime,
City
anywhere.
Skylines, huh?
The critically acclaimed city-building game Cities Skylines is coming to Nintendo Switch.
At least we won't have to worry about all
There's
the
a city in need of a new mayor.
the DRM problems.
And
EA
you've got
doesn't
some
own this
real
one, at
moving
least I
and
don't think
shaking
they
to
do.
If you want to improve quality of life, energize businesses, and stimulate growth, whether you're investing in roads and power lines, public facilities, or transportation services. How the city develops is totally
God.
up to you. You're kind of a big
It
deal.
still hits me every
In
now
this
and again
game,
that stuff like
sometimes
this
it's the
is
small
on a
details that stand out
handheld.
most. You can watch over every single citizen's movements. What's more, both previously released downloadable content packs After Dark
City
and
Skylines
Snowfall are
After
included in the
Dark
Nintendo Switch
and
version.
Snowfall, the thing that's going to be happening in about 2.5 months.
On the go,
And I can't
City
wait.
Skylines launches today on Nintendo
Actually, that's not fair. I like the cold better than the summer, but I'm not too big on snow. I hate when snow is especially big enough that I actually have to get out of my house and do stuff.
Inhabitants are on the brink of extinction in Daemon X Machina. As a mercenary, you'll pilot a powered suit called an Arsenal, face down runaway AI.
Arsenal gear?
Defeat enemies during combat. You'll acquire their weapons and parts, which you can equip on the fly. If you haul acquired weapons back to the base, they're added to your personal armory for use in future missions.
Beep
Arsenal
Savers.
can be equipped with multiple weapons. By changing between projectile and melee attacks,
I like how just the visual style of it. His aesthetic looks very like the mid-2000s era of Grasshopper games, like Killer's Dead, and
can make enhancements to strengthen your human form,
looks
and
real
your
good.
Arsenal's abilities will be augmented as well. Up to 4 players can join forces in online co-op to take down massive bosses.
God dang. Can I pick up those parts? And you, okay.
Daemon X Machina launches in 2019.
When I saw the parts flying, it's just like, oh, is it gonna be like Freedom Wars, where it's just like you take stuff and then get gear? No, it's just that you just. Oh, Yoshi's Crafted World. That's the name of this game.
Yoshi will leap up high, gobble enemies, and hustle on by. Many unusual obstacles litter the landscape.
I'm glad the game's got a name, and also it looks like it's got an identity. You know?
You could turn the stage on its head.
That's why I heard that the game got delayed. It's like, oh no, that's not a good sign.
Explore every nook and cranny,
Especially
to track down
considering
hidden
it's like-
collectibles and make it to the goal.
I'm pretty sure every game for the Switch actually came out on time until around the time Yoshi was
Guess a change in outlook
what got announced
whole
and
different
such.
side of the world, the flip side. Know any would-be Yoshis? Then pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend.
I don't know why, but the visual of a Yoshi riding another Yoshi is weird to me.
Right, Yoshi? Yoshi's Crafted World releases
Spring
in
2019. Nice.
Tabletop gaming is a perfect fit for Nintendo Switch.
What?
And to prove it, Asmodee Digital, a leader in card and board games, is bringing full adaptations of best-selling tabletop games to the system.
Okay.
Build a medieval world in a full adaptation of the award-winning Carcassonne, complete with 3D maps, solo mode, 4-player local multiplayer, and the game's famous expansions available as paid DLC.
I have literally nothing to add to this.
Player, forge a powerful deck. And a Fellowship
The only
of 3
tabletop
to face the
experience
forces
I
of
have
Sauron
is
in
stuff
each
with,
story-driven
like,
quest
Monopoly.
of The Lord of the Rings, the living card game. Stop the spread of 4 diseases and cure them all on your own or in local 4-player multiplayer with Pandemic. Plus, it's individually priced DLC based on popular expansions. Thanks to Asmodee, this is just the beginning.
Pandemic
for
seems
tabletop
interesting.
gaming
It's
on
almost
Nintendo
similar to like
Switch.
Plague
In
Inc.,
addition to
but like
these
the opposite
titles,
of it,
we can
since
also
that's
confirm that
Plague
even
Inc. You're
more
trying
is
to
on
spread the
way,
disease.
including
Pandemic
one
seems
of
like
the
you're
most
trying to
popular
fix
board
it.
games ever, Catan. And
Catan.
a dungeon crawler based on Steve Jackson's iconic card game, Munchkin. Stay tuned. All great creations, even nations, begin with
Why you
a
gotta make it a mystery? You're about to show it to us. I have literally no idea what this is trying to be. Get fucked, ship! Oh. Yeah, I think I was hearing about this, like... Yeah, the next Civilization's coming on Switch.
Hold an empire
Did
in the
they-
palm of your hands
Okay,
and turn
did they
friends
fix
into
the
power
problem with
elite
Gandhi,
exclusive
though?
multiplayer local multiplayer.
Or is he still just as murderous as before?
When Civilization 6 ushers in a new world
November.
on Nintendo Switch November 16th. Don't get too cocky, Star Fox. Playtime is over in Starlink.
Over!
This interplanetary adventure will push you.
We're getting really excited because it's Steer Fix!
You guys need all the help you can get.
Peppy, Falco, and Slippy will provide much-needed backup in the new Nintendo Switch exclusive missions found only in Starlink Battle for Atlas.
You want us to make a new Star Fox? Well, we sort of did, but it's packaged with this other game.
Time to lock on, do a barrel roll, and save the Atlas star system. No matter who
Actually, it's known as an
presses the
alien roll, or whatever that's pronounced. Okay.
Never thought I'd miss the food on Corneria.
Mix and match parts on your own R-Wing when Starlink Battle for Atlas takes flight October 16th.
Didn't realize that game was coming so soon.
2 more great RPGs are coming to
Oh,
Nintendo
biggity
Switch
boy.
this fall. The World Ends With You Final Remix features an all-new story segment called A New Day, which
Yeah,
contains a remixed map of Shibuya, so you'll really have to scramble to escape the area or face erasure. New monsters will appear as well, and so will
Hey,
the
did you
remix
guys hear that
content.
you guys apparently need to buy this
World
if you
Ends
want
With
to
You
understand
Final
something
Remix
that's going to
launches
happen in
October
Kingdom
12th.
Hearts 3?
Before then,
Because of course
guide a
you
group
do,
of
it's
legendary
Nomura.
warriors on a journey through the tragic history that doomed a kingdom and drove a hero down a dark
God,
path.
I am so ready for this.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 game. Defend yourself from Malos and his forces using all the fury
I might
of his
replay the
divine
entirety of
powers,
Xenoblade 2,
allowing you to fight
then
and
play
overcome
this,
the
just to
life
get,
forms
like,
from his blades and their
all
masters
of it in
and
mind.
drivers. Newcomers will have the perfect place to start when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country, launches September 21st. Owners of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expansion pass can download this new content tomorrow. That's a week early. There's tons in store
Whoa,
on Nintendo
what a
Switch,
surprise.
And even more in store for the future.
I just happened
Join
to...
more than 38 million players for free-to-play co-op
Oh,
Space Ninja
goodness.
action when Warframe
Oh,
launches
God.
November 20th.
wonder if I should
Down to
redo the
Camila
straw
Cabello,
poll.
Bruno Mars, Cardi B, and more anytime.
I mean, yeah,
anywhere.
Warframe's
In
coming. I
just
heard
as
that's a really good,
2019
fun,
on
like,
October 23rd.
grind game.
FIFA 19 is fast
In the vein of,
approaching,
like,
and
the
you
first
can pre-purchase
Destiny.
it on Nintendo eShop tomorrow, so you won't miss the ball when it launches September 28th. Speaking of fast,
Oh, this
Race
is
as a
coming
team
out in the
and win
winter?
as a team in Team Sonic Racing, launching this winter.
Fair enough. Why is Omo Chow in a
The
car?
highest-rated basketball simulation
Who gave Omo
franchise
Chow a
is
car?
back. NBA 2K19
Why is Omo
available
Chow
now on
playable?
Nintendo Switch. And get ready to jam in the sequel to the smash hit NBA arcade game, NBA 2K Playgrounds
Well,
2.
the people are flipping and doing all sorts of dumb stuff, so
Play as the
I
Joker,
think I'll appreciate that one more.
Luther, and the rest of the best of the worst in the all-new
Because it's
Lego
like the
DC
dumb, like,
Supervillains
EA
on October
big,
15th.
like, games that they used to make.
Final Fantasy comes to Nintendo Switch. Kupo!
Which one? Oh yeah, Crystal Chronicles. This got announced the other day. I never played this one, but I always saw,
15
like,
years after its debut,
so
the
15
co-op
years.
action RPG,
I
Final
always
Fantasy
saw
Crystal
ads for it during the
Chronicles
GameCube days, and I was so
remastered for
bummed
Nintendo
out that,
Switch.
like, I could never get it. Because my parents just
With the new
couldn't find it
online
anywhere.
multiplayer mode, you and your friends can connect and adventure together. No link cable required. On top of that,
I forgot, yeah, you had to
there
play
are
with a
new
link
areas inside
cable for some
dungeons,
reason.
So even returning fans can explore the unknown. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition will launch in 2019. Way before then, players can experience the entire world and story of the latest entry in the core series. That's right.
My only problem with how this
Fantasy
game
15
looks
Pocket
is
Edition
just
HD
Gladdy.
launches later today
Oh.
on Nintendo eShop at an introductory price.
Well, I don't know if I'm...
A level
Oh.
version of World of Final Fantasy is also on the way. This title includes a new feature called Avatar Change, which allows you to transform into legendary characters from across the series' storied history. Many fan favorites will show up in the world of Final Fantasy Maxima when it releases on November 6th.
I'm a big fan
In
of games
addition,
just...
more
Why are
Chocobo
there so many...
Dungeons-
fu-
2007's Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon returns in superior fashion. Now, you can befriend all the monsters.
Okay.
Also, by sharing Joy-Con controllers, you can play cooperatively as well. Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, Everybody, launches this winter. Final Fantasy XII is coming to a Nintendo system for the first time. Its real-time battle system is a
Oh god, that was
standout
probably
in the
too
series,
loud.
offering the ultimate in both
But
freedom
god
and
dang,
strategy. This
I get to play
remaster
12 on the
comes
go
loaded
now.
with a host of extra features, including a speed mode that lets you pick up the pace of your adventure. There's much to discover in the expansive
Oh
world
god.
of Evilus.
Besides all
Now
these
you can
great
explore
games,
it
now
from
my
the couch
favorite
or
Final
on the
Fantasy
go.
game's on the Switch.
Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age launches in 2019.
Oh, I gotta wait next year for it. That's fire.
Which reminds me, later on, you'll also be able to enjoy these other classics and their iconic scenes anytime, anywhere.
Really?
Final Fantasy VII, 9, and 10.2 HD Remaster are coming to Nintendo Switch in 2019.
Why not 8?
Here's a bundle for the ultimate fan.
Oh, biggity boy
If
smash.
you love the Super Smash Bros. Series, check this
God. I'm still reeling from Final Fantasy. Okay,
The
so
hardware bundle for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is on the way. This
I'll
specially
wait till
designed
the
dock
end.
features
I'll wait
spiders
till
from
the end
original
before I
Super Smash
dissect
Bros.
that.
game. And of course, the set also includes a download code for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's no better way to show your love
Oh
for the
god.
game. And the set also
I like
packs
how
in something
engrailed
you
it
wanna
looks.
get your hands on. These Joy-Con controllers sport a new design as well. This Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
We added
bundle
a
for
cross
Nintendo
onto it.
Switch will launch November 2nd. You can pre-order the special bundle later today. November 2nd is also the day you can get your own GameCube controller adapter and GameCube controller Super Smash
Because you
Bros.
people
Ultimate
won't let
Edition
this
while
controller
supplies
die.
last.
Even though every other
That's all the
controller
headlines
seemingly
for
has.
Nintendo Switch.
Still going well? Thank you all for watching. We have a bit more to show you. So, please stick around until the very end.
Yeah. They're just teasing us. What? Not actual gameplay footage. You should take a break. I really enjoy doing all the work while the mayor catches bugs or something. The campsite and Smash. Maybe I should be the mayor instead. You practically are. That's the one thing about New Leaf. You being the mayor doesn't really do much except making it so that you can, like, build new attractions. You got a ladder. Now Isabel's in Smash. You fucking... Goodness. Okay. Fair enough. God. Now I'm gonna play as her more than the villager. This is how it keeps happening. Every single time a new Echo Fighter gets announced, I'm assuming she's an Echo Fighter since she has like similar moves and such. Every single time they announce an Echo Fighter, and I end up wanting to play as the Echo more than the original. Because I want to play as Richter more than Simon. I never noticed how tired Tom constantly looks. Let's see, that Isabel has joined the fight. Tom has friends? Got other businesses to attend to. Gotta make sure everyone has a nice new place to come home to when they're ready. All that camping and smashing. Oh yeah, the mobile game. Back to work for me. You do the thing, Tom. Oh, it was just a teaser to say, hey guys, keep saying, hey, when are you making another Animal Crossing? Shut up! It's coming next year. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, it's over. Let's analyze this for a second. Let me just. Okay. Final Fantasy XII is on the Switch. I legitimately do not know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm happy. That's the one thing that I could safely say is I'm happy. I thought that like the Crisis Core? No, Crystal Chronicles thing was like the only thing. But then I'm surprised World of Final Fantasy is getting a port. Though it says like there's a new feature where you could just play as the Final Fantasy characters, you don't just summon them, which I feel like that's something that most people would have. I feel like that's something that game probably should have had by default, but it was like those twins like going through the adventure and such. Again, from what I hear, Pocket Editions like Adventures of Mana, with just like it was just like skinned with Final Fantasy 15 and detailing like the story and stuff. So, considering it's out now, yeah, I'd give it a shot, honestly. I just can't get over how Gladio's. It's just his head. His head's so small compared to the entire rest of his other body. His other body. Just like his chest is so big in comparison. It's just off-putting. Everybody else looks okay in that art style. Like, you know, passable. Noctis still looks pretty fun. But then again, I just like Noctis. So, yeah. Another Chocobo Mystery Dungeon game. I think they were talking about the one that was only on phones in Japan, which that's getting a console release now. Oh goodness. 12. Oh, Vaughn's gonna be yelling to people that he's Captain Bosch. Goodness. Okay, besides, you know, that, which people pretty much infer that that's the biggest thing I apparently took away from this direct. That's not fair. That's not fair to say. So in terms of 3DS stuff, Kirby, Epic Yarn, it's a nice surprise. Didn't really see that coming. I like the fact that they added new abilities and stuff to make it like more enticing to people, and like that devilish mode that's almost like, I don't know what it's like. When I first saw it, I thought it was gonna be like the one dangerous zombie thing in like the Resident Evil remake, where like Forrest is strapped with dynamite and he's just chasing you throughout the entire game. If you shoot him once and you blow up like instantly, like the game's just over. I thought it was going to be something like that, where it's just like, people thought this game wasn't hard, so we added in a mode where if this devil hits you, you immediately die. Yeah, that seems interesting. I don't know if I will play Epic Yarn that way, or I'll just actually get a Wii of my own and then just play Epic Yarn that way. Yeah, that's fun. Bowser's Inside Story remake, you know, looks good. Surprised about the co-op for Luigi's Mansion though. I wonder how that's gonna play with like the servers and such. Besides that, Yokai Watch, really excited about that because, you know, I'm one of the few people that really like, you know, Yokai Watch and stuff. We had Splatoon updates. Mario Tennis, New Super Mario Bros. U, which I'm actually a bit surprised about because I thought that was going to stay on the Wii U, but I'm guessing just every game's going to be on the Wii U, so the day when Xenoblade X gets announced is... oof. It's probably going to be after Xenoblade 2 gets all its stuff done. It makes sense. You get all the DLC done for your game, and then you work on porting the previous game so that more people can experience the wonderfulness that was Xenoblade X, and I can actually play that game, and then I will safely have played every game Monolith has touched / made. That's not fair to say that I've played every game that they touch, because they do like development help on stuff. Katamari's a surprising one. I am a bit, not as excited because it is just Damacy, just like remastered in HD. But Damacy is good, on its own. But again, the last game was on Vita. Like the last new game was on Vita, and while it added like some cool mechanics and stuff, it was over in like 5 hours or something like that. It was a really short experience in comparison to how Katamari games normally go. And besides like new controller options, I didn't get the idea that they added like new missions or stuff. But it's fun. It's Katamari. It's mindless fun. They didn't spend too long on the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. We know what's coming. We knew pretty much everything that was going to come out at this point. Pokemon. It's Pokemon. People like Pokemon. That other game Game Freak's working on, though, that reminds me so much of Dokapon. I'm really going to be looking forward to what that ends up being and when it gets a name besides Town. Says it said it is the tentative title. I have no problem with Town, because it makes sense if everything just happens in the town. I feel like people would be just saying, that's the most boring name I've ever heard. Besides that, a bunch of AAA. Yeah, I guess I could fairly say that. AAA, third-party stuff got announced. Some looks interesting, some not. Isabelle's... they never really specified as the thing. It's I feel like Isabelle's supposed to be an Echo Fighter, but I wonder if she has, enough stuff that's different that she could be classified as her own fighter. But either way, I'm glad. So, what pretty much is going to happen is that I just play as Isabelle and the female villager. At that point, probably most likely. Yeah, and then there's another Animal Crossing game, which I've never really been that big a fan of Animal Crossing, honestly. I've always preferred Harvest Moon more. It's just that when Animal Crossing, besides just when you get to the point where you upgrade your house to a certain point, or you unlock all the stores and shops and all that sort of thing, and a bunch of people are actually moved in, and you talk to everybody a bunch of times, after 3 or 5 months with the game, you then just get into the point where you're just catching bugs on an island just to pay off more extensions to your house so you can buy more stuff to add and then make bigger, better rooms and stuff. And then at that point, there's not really anything else to do in Animal Crossing. It's you're a human in a town of animals, so you can't date anybody. And yeah, there's nothing extra that you can really do besides just catch bugs and fill up that museum. And yeah, everybody else is into that sort of thing, and power to those people. But yeah, I've honestly just been more into Harvest Moon because there's more to do, and even though more people probably be well, isn't that just as tedious or monotonous? It's surprisingly no. Harvest Moon's more relaxing to me. It's it's one of those games where you just zone out. And you just he's just yeah, I'm in the rhythm. I'm getting my cows out. They're loving that sun. I'm getting these radishes. I'm gonna sell them. Gotta go around and get some stuff for some cute guy that I want to date and marry and have several children with. Or in. Okay, that's the point where we end off the video, ladies and gentlemen. So. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me just talking over Nintendo Direct. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys also enjoyed the Undertale video that I did yesterday, because, yeah, by the time this is done editing, the video is probably going to come out on the 14th instead. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys next time, and take care.